All right. Welcome to From the Pocket, episode number 28 and episode number 6 of Treasures from My Dad's Dresser. I remember in the last video, I had such a hard time saying that. Treasures Dresser. Guess it's just the way your mouth moves. It gets all jumbled up there. But anyway, yeah, so this is episode number 28 and episode number 5 in a series that I've been doing called Treasures from My Dad's Dresser. If you're just joining for the first time, my dad passed away in August, a little unexpectedly. His health wasn't great, but I thought maybe we would have him for another 2 years. But he had some complications that led to cardiac arrest, and he passed away. I believe it was the 21st of August. But after that, we were just helping my mom clean up and go through his things and pictures and whatnot. And I grabbed a bunch of stuff from his dresser, just things that reminded me of him and who he was and how he lived life. And so today I'd like to share his little tape measure. So he kept this, actually he didn't keep it in his pocket or anything, but it was in his dresser whenever he needed to measure some things around the house. He'd get it out and, measure for, I don't know, replacement windows or, something, a piece of wood that he had to cut to make shelves in the basement or something like that. But anyway, this was his tape measure. And I just remember him, every once in a while getting it out and using it to measure things. Well, with the passing of my dad and I turned 50 this year, I just reflecting on life and how I'm having, or what kind of an impact I'm having on my family, on my wife, my kids, my siblings, my nephews and nieces, and my mom and whatnot. And so it's apparently one of your most productive decades of your life. I was recently listening to a guy talk about the different decades of your life, and I'll put his name in the description if I remember, but I think everybody should listen to this guy describing, from childhood all the way up into your 80s, and he uses one word for each decade. And so the word he used for the 50s was stride. And I thought, I've had a lot of important things happen in my life this year. I was living overseas and we got hit with COVID, and we returned to the States to help my third child get readjusted to living in the States. My dad passed away. It looks like, it's definite now that we're not returning to the country that we were living in because of COVID. And so now I'm faced with, what do I do next? And after watching this video, it really helped me have a more positive outlook to what I'm going to be doing in the future. I look at my past to help me prepare for my future. And I know that's kind of a little bit, sounds kind of strange, but look this guy up on YouTube. Really awesome concept to life. And I can only think of his first name, Bob. But anyway, I'll put his name in the description and go look up his videos. Very, very helpful and useful information. Because I think everybody should be measuring their life through each decade and what kind of an influence you're having on people. And obviously it should be a positive one. And that's what I'm looking forward to in the next 2-3 decades, which this guy describes as some of your most productive decades of your entire life. And so I feel like I've hit my stride. I'm 50 years old, and I'm just now striding into the world to make a positive impact for God. And that's really why I live. I want to influence and impact people in a godly way. Ooh, big crow. So anyway, yeah. So I want to challenge you guys to watch that video, reflect on your past to help you look into the future, and measure what you've been doing. And maybe you need to change something. Maybe you just need to be reminded that you're doing the right thing and keep moving forward with that. Maybe you need to make a major change in your life, and don't be afraid to do that. So that's my challenge for today. Treasures from my dad's dresser. Get out there and measure your life. And if you haven't been making an impact, change things so you will. And if you have been making an impact, keep on striding. All right, thanks for joining, and give me a thumbs up, make a comment, drop the link to your YouTube channel, and I'll go subscribe to you. And thank you for joining, and see you next time.